Delusions as a symptom in psychiatric disorders or mental illnesses is a very interesting symptom because it deals with beliefs, what a person believes to be true or not true. And by definition, delusions are firm, fixed beliefs that a person holds to be true despite being presented with evidence that contradicts that delusion or that belief. And so delusions can either be bizarre or non-bizarre. Bizarre delusions are delusions that don't make sense at all. And so here we're looking at an example such as someone saying that they think that their thoughts are being broadcasted. Like whatever they're thinking, it's being broadcasted around them for other people to hear. Or their thoughts are being withdrawn or inserted. Those are bizarre delusions. But non-bizarre delusions are things that could be true but are not true. There's no evidence to support that they could be true. So for example, delusions of jealousy. When a husband believes that his wife is cheating, yet there's no indication, there's no suggestion, there's no evidence that the wife is cheating. But the husband is 100% sure that the wife is cheating. Another example of a delusion is delusions of erotomania, where a woman believes that someone superior to her is in love with her, someone more attractive, some celebrity is in love with her. And so they might start acting on these delusions. Delusions of persecution, where a person believes that there are people out there out to hurt them, out to harm them. And so they start engaging in behaviors as a way to try and protect themselves from being harmed. So for example, a person may tint their car completely dark so that they won't be noticed. They might even change their car as a way to try and avoid these people who are out to get them. That's a delusion of persecution. Now, the thing about delusions, especially if they occur on their own with no other symptoms. And so if a person has a delusion like delusion of persecution, one delusion for about a month and no other symptom, we call that delusional disorder. Or if they have two delusions with no other symptom of psychosis, we still call it delusional disorder. Now, typically these people would be very normal. They'll be able to go to work, they'll be able to function, they'll be able to do their day-to-day activities. But the dysfunction may only be noticed in the context of the delusion. So for a person with delusions of erotomania, you'll only notice it with the person that they think is in love with them. Or when that topic comes up, then you'd realize this person is making things up. This person is believing in something that's not actually true. Like for the husband, delusions of jealousy, or the persecution, when you start talking to them and you realize why they're putting the tint, or why they're changing their number plates, or why they're changing their cars completely. And so with delusional disorders, there's usually a delay in seeking treatment. Because again, they're not easy to notice. A person continues to function normally. You'd only notice when you engage in a conversation with this person in the context of the delusion that they have. And so I thought it was important for us to start talking about it. It's not as common as schizophrenia, but it does occur, it does affect people. And it's good for it to be treated before it gets complicated. So delusional disorder is when a person has a delusion, one delusion or more than one delusion for at least a month. And when you realize that something is wrong, they're believing in something, but there's no evidence to support what they believe, it might be good to recommend that they see a psychiatrist for an assessment.